Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is your boy Rico, no Suave. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Bienvenido a todos, mi gente. You already know we are back again, and I'm so happy to be back with each and every one of you guys. Hey, thank you guys once again for all of you guys' support. Man, we're taking it to the next level every time we do this show because of you. We love your support. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels. Don't forget to show that love, everybody, because we love you. And you know who also loves you? My co-host, Valerie Malesio. What's up, Valerie?
Hey. I hope everybody's enjoying their evening. Thank you so much for tuning in with us.
Yes.
Very excited to be here again. You know, we're always back and bringing it to you live. We got a great show lined up for you today.
And that's right, because our show that we actually have is going to be tremendous today, right?
Tremendous.
And
is that the word we're using?
Let's do that.
Tremendous.
Tremendous.
It
yes.
is going to
We're going to do tremendous.
tremendous.
Right? Tremendo. All right. So, you know, we're going to talk about, you know, of course, this is Black History Month, right? And we always want to give love and to all of the roots. You already know how we do. But one of the things that I will say that I had the opportunity, and thank you to my man Michael Liptrot, if I said his name right, he actually called me up and said, hey, Rico, we want to do something about Afro-Latino for Black History Month. I said, oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. So I want to bring up this photo real quick that I had an interview as far as with none other than her name is Sasha Ann Simmons. So WBEZ 91.5, thank you guys so much for allowing for me to talk about our talk show. And also for everybody to know exactly what was really going on in regards to the salsa scene, what's happened as far as the Caribbean life, you know, and just talking about all different types of, how can I say it, all different types of aspect of Black culture, but also the Black culture in everywhere from Puerto Rico to Cuba to everywhere. And it was such an amazing thing because, you know, no shade in regards to the other interviewers, but it almost felt like it was a fresh, like a breath of fresh air for Sasha when we were actually talking, because she was like, I need more salsa in my life, right? And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I said, let's go, right? So it was very, very important for, you know, me and also for a lot of people, because a lot of people was calling and say, hey, Rico, I heard you on the show, and it was awesome, man. This was so good. I'm so glad that they actually brought you there, because I guess a lot of people do listen to WBEZ.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They have a really large audience.
Yeah.
And that's the first time you've interviewed with them, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Well, that's great. It sounds like you had some good rapport. And
I had a blast.
It was a great interview.
I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous, right? I was nervous. But
you were nervous?
I was nervous. Yeah, they said, hey, I'm gonna sit you here in the green room. I said, okay, cool. I mean, it looked like a lobby to me. And I was like, let's do it. I said, let's go. I said, if it's all green, I'm here, right?
Were you like, it's not green in here?
Only the chairs was. The chairs was actually green. But it was a beautiful thing, man. And I want to thank Sasha and also Michael for actually having me. There was another young lady, I think her name is Sarah. Sarah's also a really good host as well, too, as far as for the show. Overall, it was so awesome. But it was good. But Black History Month in regards to, you know, everything becoming equal and everyone talking about, you know, the difference with racism and how do you deal with racism and things like that. Just, you know, a person of color, Black and brown. So it was really good. And I had a great time talking about it.
Awesome. Big good, shout out to Sasha and the WBEZ team.
Yes, BEZ was on fire. It was on fire, man. So let's get it on. Because I got my man here. Y'all too sorry here. I got my man here.
I'm getting my shimmy ready.
Oye, mi gente, man. This is mi pana, man. This is my guy. I mean, I love this guy. He's been on the show before, and the last time he was on the show for Valentine's Day. And I guess this might be a tradition now.
Not sure how that happened that way.
It's just getting, every time he's here, it's about showing love.
It's the
right?
love.
The
love just brings him here.
And, you know, of course, saludo mi gente de Puerto Rico, showing the love, because you already know this guy's a singer. He's a songwriter. He's always in the studios. He's been hitting Chicago and around the world big time as far as with his music. I want you guys to stand up and say me, 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 and sing for my man. You already know my man Freddy K is in the building.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, baby. What's up, Freddy? Papa?
What's up?
How are
In
you,
the
man?
house, Encendido. Very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course, Papa.
How are you?
Of course. Hey, before we get started, you got any shout outs you want to give out to anybody before we get this party started?
Big shout out to all my Latinos, puertorriqueños,
Ya
los
tú
dominicanos, todos los latinos que están ahí, tú sabes, viewing right now and listening to the show.
Yes.
Hey.
All right, let's keep this going. So, Freddy K, you've been on the show. We kind of talked about, your journey before in regards to you growing up as a singer and how you became that singer as well, too. But, of course, being back on the show, part 2, right? We want to talk about, have you been traveling as far as with performing from the last time we talked last year to now?
So I've been keeping very busy. I've been fortunate enough to be traveling. Went to Puerto Rico, did a media tour and performed in the Dominican Republic, which was a dream of mine. I went there for 2 weeks. Chacho, comí mangú. Fui a la playa, but I was able to go to, at least 20 radio stations, TV shows, just knocking on those doors, just trying to get as much exposure as possible and as many fans as possible.
Well, you're saying that was a dream for you, that you always wanted. So how surreal did that feel?
Yeah.
I mean, to finally do it.
You know what? It was a beautiful thing that went down. I put together a 13-piece band. A lot of planning behind it, right? It's not just, let's go to Dominican Republic and go sing. I had a lot of good people behind me, and I was able to, like I said, get a lot of exposure. I came out in the newspaper. People recognize me on the street, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing to be able to go to my hometown and show my music.
That was my next thing. You've got family there.
Yeah, so I'm half Puerto Rican and half Dominican. So mangú y mofongo.
Ay, chacho, no sabía eso. So that's where a little bit of salsita y bachata también.
Ya tú sabes. So last time you saw me, I was a bachatero. Now I'm exploring and getting into the salsa realm. Wow.
And it's funny because when I spoke to him earlier, that's what I said. I was like, bachata, now you're salsa? I mean, what are you going to come back next year as?
Merengue.
Who knows? That's the beautiful thing about music. You could always change your image, your sound, and everything. But for right now, I'm exploring and getting into the salsa realm. I had the opportunity, and the opportunity presented itself where I was able to work with the grand Nino Segarra, and with Isidro Infante. So we were able to put an album together, and that's what I'm coming here to promote and show everyone for the first time. I'm coming fully loaded. Eso es salsa dura, salsa romántica. Tengo un bolero ahí dedicado a mi lindo Puerto Rico.
Bolero.
So, I've been very busy. Thank the Lord.
Now, traveling, of course, comes a lot when it comes to getting on the airplane, getting off the airplane, and signing autographs. Because I know that's you, Papa. Right? I know that's you, Papa.
Well, you saw the glasses. I mean, come on.
Well, the thing is that when you go to Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, you're always gonna run into an artist or somebody.
Right.
So on the way to Dominican Republic, I was sitting next to a prince. All right, he's from Dubai or something like that, worth like 1.2 billion. Yeah. And the guy is in love with Santo Domingo. He invests into the Dominican Republic, and he loved my music. We were able to exchange information. Imagínate, tengo un príncipe on my Instagram.
Did you just start performing like right there in front of you? Like
right away. No, eso así mismo es, que you have to. Give me your Instagram. Send them the video. Send them the music. He responded. Give me your number. And we're going to go ride camels, in the winter. So
he's like, wait, what's your name?
Ya tú sabes, it's going to be in Dubai. Con el príncipe, ya tú sabes.
Doesn't get better than that.
No, it was cool. It was pretty cool.
Hard, man. When you got me at the camel, for real, bro. Because I can definitely see you actually having that salsita.
Definitely.
No, en serio, man.
Ya tú sabes, el príncipe en el camello ahí, ya tú sabes. I'll even put a chain around the camel.
Right. So those media tours are very, very important.
They're very important because they're going to get your name out there, but at the same time, you have to plan it out. You have to get the right team together, and it's a lot of work, Number one, I was homesick because, I miss my family over here.
Sure.
You know, the food is different,
Oh,
so you
of
have to
course.
adjust to that.
Yeah.
You know, but I fell in love with Dominican Republic, and you know, I want to go live over there. Like, definitely.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, the people, the culture. Waking up every morning and finding what I like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Spanish stuff,
like
you know what I
that.
mean?
The
Like
food, the
We're
food, the
okay with
culture.
going over there for an interview.
the
Yeah, for
culture, yes.
Yeah.
So definitely, you know, recommend everyone to, because everybody thinks Punta Cana and they think that's everything.
Of
But
course.
no, you gotta go to
Yeah.
Santo Domingo, and more importantly, you know, help out the people, the
Yeah.
economy by contributing and paying for things. You know,
Yeah.
la
And
gente
it's
se
still-
la buscan allá.
Claro.
You know what I mean? They don't
Sí.
have a lot of opportunities. The government's kind of shady. So
Yeah.
as the tourism is what they depend on.
Of
And
course.
they're still like in recovery phases.
Exactly.
So,
You
I
go to
mean,
certain parts of the El
yeah.
Malecón, and they're
El
still
Malecón,
kind of
yeah.
tore up a little bit, which is
Wow.
kind of saddening. But eventually, hopefully, the government steps it up a little bit and they invest in their own country instead of buying houses in Haiti or other towns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
Is
just
this your first time you've really gotten to go over there as an adult and
no, because I filmed
explore Dominican
I filmed a video there maybe 7 years ago, but
Uh-huh.
I wasn't, you know, I was working and, you know, you're just moving around. I wasn't able to talk to the people, but this time, you know, I was in the Airbnbs in the towns. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
In
I
the
wanted
barrios.
to
You got
wake
to
up
know
and go to La
people.
Tiendita,
Yeah.
El Colmado.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And every night, every dream that I have is me being and living in the Dominican Republic.
Wow.
Nothing consists of me being in Chicago.
Well,
but
there you go.
I'm from here. I love the city, and
Right.
I'm never gonna go away. I'm always gonna be here representing my hometown.
You know what happens is that when people from Puerto Rico is commenting and you know on a set, you know, my man Edwin El Calvito Reyes. He says, man, he can't wait to see you personally because he's coming, of course, ya tú sabes, man. He's
Congreso de la
el
Salsa.
Congreso
Yeah.
también, yeah.
Saludo, mi hermano, saludo, y toda mi gente puertorriqueña,
Tú sabes,
de
man.
Ponce, Dorado. And that's another thing. When I went to Puerto Rico to film this video that I showed you a sneak peek on, you know, something very dear to me that I wanted to do for my beautiful isla. And again, I was able to mingle with the people, the culture, visit different towns like Manatí, Dorado. And again, you just fall in love with the culture, waking up in the beaches. And every day is a damn party over there.
Oh, well.
Every day, no matter where you go, is a party. So
And
Yeah,
it
that's
hits
love.
different, right? When you feel
That's
like
love.
you're a little bit more immersed in it
Yeah.
than you were before when you said you were just kind of in and out working.
exactly.
So you weren't really paying attention to detail around you. Were
Exactly.
talking
I was
to
paying
people.
this time I was able to pay attention to the economy, you know, what
Right.
people do every morning, you know, observe what they do every morning. La viejita, when she wakes up, she makes her coffee. You know, the
Yeah.
dog barking down the block. I mean, it was a beautiful thing and something that
también,
The gallinas.
me traje un gallo para atrás. The eggs, look how much the eggs are. Dude, I got a gallo farm now, girl. I'm not paying for eggs. They're all organic. They
chicken
produce
farm.
like the chicken farm, bro. I'm pissing off on my white neighbors, but it's okay. They got a gallo in the damn neighborhood now. You know what I mean?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We gotta do what we gotta do,
Yeah,
man.
the
Biden
way,
ain't
man.
cutting it right now, so
Eggs are a little, you know, they're
a
expensive.
little. They
They're
went
expensive.
from $5 to like $23.
They're like golden eggs now.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
You know, speaking of, you know, good people, Beatrice Davis is checking in and she says,
Hey, B.
she said, there is a stylish man and sexy one. Oh my God.
Ay, Dios mío, gracias, gracias. Yo le dije, Valerie's like, man, this guy's ready to do a video. And I said, when I come to the Rico show, I gotta come ready. So
That's right.
here
That's
it is.
right.
Hey, B, I said I had the shimmy ready when we were announcing him.
No, again, I'm very lucky to be here. Thank you
Yes.
for having me,
Man,
and
of
always
course.
fun. And tú sabes, te quiero mucho a los dos, como
Papá,
siempre.
te quiero también.
It's always a good time to have you
Yes,
here.
sir.
And so, you know, of course, when you travel, you know, and you talk about, did you have some brugal when you was there?
I had some brugal. More importantly, I hung out with Johnny Ventura's son.
Okay.
Johnny Ventura Jr., Yandy.
Yandy. Okay.
And he now has a liquor called El Caballo, which is a high-end cognac like Brugal,
Okay.
pero they only sell it in the airports. Pero esta vaina es una vaina bien. Me la traje para atrás. And, you know, I'm ready to drink it hopefully this Saturday in Las Vegas con Merian Cruz, que la van a traer de Santo Domingo.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
eso va a ser una vaina bien. So,
and that would be the place to it.
I know.
but right now, it ain't about Brugal. It's about El Caballo por Johnny Ventura.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Papa. Man, so you know when we get down to, you know, you performing, you know, when you were actually performing in los clubs y también en the stage or wherever, concierto in Puerto Rico y Dominican Republic, when you stepped on stage, from when you were back then at, you're not that old, so it's like, you know, I would say like 5 years ago. You actually, you know, when you actually got onto that stage versus to when you was doing it recently, what was that feeling like?
You know what? It's always the same feeling. Ironically, I don't get nervous. I don't get like the jitters or start freaking out or whatever. It's always like I get, you know, anxious to hit the stage. You know, the adrenaline that you're going to get while being on stage and performing for your people. And most importantly, all original stuff that I wrote that comes from the heart and that people are digging, liking, and dancing to.
So the
that is
energy.
the beautiful part. And that's why, I like singing one or two covers here and there. But primarily, if I'm performing, it's my stuff.
Your stuff.
You know what I mean? So when people are talking, they're talking and singing my stuff. And I love it. It
That
inspires
hits
me.
different.
It hits.
It
Oh,
hits
it
different.
hit
Yeah.
different, you
Yeah,
know?
it's again, it's gonna take the bailadores a little bit of time to hit the, you know, because they're not listening to the songs that they're listening every day on the radio.
Claro.
So they're gonna take their time a little bit. But once they hear that swing y ese sabor que le voy a dar, esa candela,
Eso.
straight to the floor.
Let's go. And I think that's the thing about, you know, us being salseros and, you know, of course, you know, some of the bachateros that's out there. I think when you hear new music coming from Freddy K, you know, I think it's very important that they know exactly where it's coming from, right? Because the person itself, if they get a chance to meet you, it's automatic that they're going to dance to you because of your personality, because you're outgoing, because they love who you are, right? And also, if they listen to your music back in the day también, it's like a refresher, like, oh man, I hope he's singing some of his old songs that he had before.
Well, you
but
hear
even
the
new ones.
growth. You can hear the growth.
I'm
from,
evolving.
You know how you're growing from the
Yes.
bachata. You hear your influences.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any particular artist that they say you sound like? when you
Victor Manuel all the time.
En serio?
Victor Manuel, yeah, which is a good thing, you know what I
bad
mean? It is not a bad thing, you know.
Victor Manuel is Victor Manuel. I mean, come
You know,
on.
I'm honored, you know what I mean?
No, I mean it's good. You know,
No,
I mean, don't get
it's
me wrong.
good.
I mean, I get it. You know, but I never actually pictured that. When I listen to you, I hear Freddy K.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I really
and
didn't pay attention to. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying, the
yeah.
similarities, right? But I think the influence behind it, of course, where you hear in the voice. But I never paid attention to that. That's,
Well, people
that's a good
always
question.
people are kind of fueled by comparison, right?
Right.
Sure.
So whenever they see an artist, they right away kind of connect it with somebody they've ever heard in the past, or they kind of look
Interesting.
like, or they kind of sound like, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And we was kind of field tested, right? Because when I shot out my first salsa single, we didn't tell people who it was. Victor Manuel. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people
so
were.
smart. You did
Yeah,
that?
yes, I did. I
And what
wanted
did
to know.
they-
I don't want to
Wow.
sound like anyone. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And that's why I make sure when I get into these moods where I'm gonna go into and record an album, I don't listen to any artist, any music, nothing. It's all about.
singing like, oh.
I'm gonna go and start singing them. You know what I mean? So I want to give you something that's straight. You know, something fresh, something new, and
That's
you know,
Freddy K.
with salsa, being mindful that there's different, you know, likings. There's the salsa dura, salsa romántica,
Yeah.
tradicional.
Claro.
So with
El
that
clásico
said, I was
también.
able to do a combination of all of those things in one, and that's what we have in this album called The Protege.
What I was very impressed with so far was that you did a bolero,
Yeah, you know.
and I'm
I can
like,
see that,
wow,
yeah. I
you know,
can see that.
because you don't hear a lot of boleros anymore. Like
Yes,
they
people
had
forgot about
back
it.
in
It's
the
a
day.
lost art.
And they're so beautiful. Like, I love boleros, you know?
But you see, with boleros though, when I think of bolero, I think of something like rumba, right? Or something where back in the day where you dress up and you go out.
Like the Mambo King style, the Palladium.
That's
Copacabana.
When you hear boleros, I'm like, I wish that there was
but
stuff
what's
like
wrong
that.
with that? That's what you want.
And that's exactly my vision
Yeah.
when the idea came up. I wanted a Tito Puente old school type feeling. I don't want to come with just a 5-piece band. This is talking about 15-piece band, all of the finest Puerto Rican musicians I could find. Luis Perico Ortiz, Ruben Rodriguez, which is Sergio George's bass player, Nino Segarra, David Garcia de la Sonora Ponceña. I got his first trumpet player on there. Every musician was handpicked. The cuatro player, Christian Nieves, which is Ricky Martin's favorite cuatro player and the best cuatro player in the freaking world. When that man sent me back that session, I could make 4 other songs with what he sent me. I told him, here, do one bolero and whatever. He sent me, here's 4 versions. I could do, it was amazing. And I get goosebumps because I always said I wanted to do something special for my island that doesn't consist of salsa, merengue, or reggaeton.
Yeah.
Let's go way back.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the day where, remember in high school, they would play the Dookie Booty Doo, but then they would play, some Jodeci, where you're able to slow dance with a song. Exactly.
I know.
No, the one, can I talk to you?
I really want to turn
that light off. So you saw the commercial too, right? We'll sell you a CD full of 100 love songs. That's only for people who stayed up at like 2:30 a.m. and didn't have a damn thing to do. Oh my God!
The infomercials just kept replaying.
You can't get that out of your head. That's the same.
And then if you hear it, like you're up all night because you just want to listen to the music.
No, definitely, because that was real music.
Yeah.
Now we're listening. I mean, all the success to him, but goddamn, I want to bring back good music, and that was what I was able to achieve with this, right?
You're not saying that it's not. I mean, it's trendy music. So
it's trendy, you know what I mean? I get it. We all gotta,
I love
perreo,
that.
el perreo, you know what I mean?
Pero when I first heard Bad Bunny, I was like, I know that there's like mumble rap. And then when I heard this, I'm like, is this mumble reggaeton? Because I didn't get it. I like, give me some Don Omar. Come back, Don Omar. Daddy Yankee. I know. And I was like, what's this? And then, of course, it had to grow on you because
it does.
You started sounding like a
Well, when you got the money to go be on every radio station and have your song played 5 times an hour, it's going to grow on you.
I know, yeah.
But it's good to know that,
I just can't with you guys. I can't.
The #1 artist in the world is Puerto Rican and it's Latino. So all the success in the world of Bad Bunny. Pero por ahora lo que viene es la dinastía Freddy K con pura candela, mi gente. Ya tú sabes.
So we're going to see you on that Grammy stage.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely. That's definitely in my bucket list, and it's something that, it's very important for me. I'm not going to die before I win a freaking Grammy.
That's right.
And I want to be, I want to perform en la Fiesta del Sol también.
Yeah, claro.
I want to do everything that Bad Bunny's do. I want to wrestle. I want to be in movies.
Just don't wear the high heels.
No, man.
Hey,
you know what?
Then you can wear them.
But hey, if I see you in the stilettos, bro, I'm hoping that you wear that stuff good, bro.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
Didn't you see LeBron James
He can
yesterday?
wear the stilettos, si quieres. All right, wear the stilettos.
I'll wear stilettos sometimes, but not right now.
You can borrow mine.
I want to see that.
No stiletto, I'm tall enough, but I did buy some shoes that tienen un sol así, bro.
Tienen tacones, just say
unos tacones. Eso mismo.
Hey,
Hey, Prince wore tacones.
Oh, I know.
Los
I know, but
tacones,
look
ya
at
tú
him.
sabes.
That's what I'm
Prince.
saying. A lot of people
Prince.
wear that.
I mean,
Can't nobody say nothing about Prince.
No,
Cause
nobody
ever can say anything about
Everybody
Prince.
would love Prince when he had it on. I mean, oh my God, yeah, that's.
So
Freddie
you want to
K,
wrestle?
so-
You want to wrestle?
I want to be everywhere where my face could be seen and where people could hear me. You know what I mean? So
I want you to
Yeah.
win a Grammy so that you can invite us with you too.
I
The
want to
Red
win.
Carpet
I
Papito.
definitely want to
We
win a
gonna be there,
Grammy. Yes,
Papito.
definitely with the help of all my fans and all the people who haven't heard me, and with the exposure I'm getting here in the Rico show.
Tú sabes.
You know, we're gonna accomplish that. I'm very certain of it, and with God ahead of us, we'll be there.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's love, bro.
Love it.
I love these segments, man. You know, it's one of those things, I can't get it out of my ear right now about how you. And it's the image of you singing Bad Bunny right now. It's
Stop.
like I can't get, because you know it's like those certain things where you like do something to somebody like, man, I can't even stop thinking about Freddie for that now.
I can tell you that I do have a surprise coming up. It does involve him, but it's
Okay.
going to be sang a different way, and in my opinion, the right way. So I do have a little surprise coming
Okay, Papa.
really, really soon.
You heard it here first.
You
Premiere.
did. You
That's
did.
what she said. That's
So I'm gonna reel this back in now. Can I ask a question?
Nah,
Okay, let's try to get back. Okay, interview. So you,
Dime, qué lo que.
you, you grew up watching your dad perform.
Yes.
So your dad is. You want to tell the audience a little bit about who your father is before?
You know what? It's like in every interview, I've always, shout out to my dad, respect, and talked about him, right? Because he is part of who I am.
Sure.
But I'm not going to sit here and lie that things are good with him, right? In the last couple of years, since I've gotten serious about getting into this music world, there has been a little animosity between us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, with his team, they put it in his head that we're kind of like in competition, and it's put like a bad taste in his mouth. Where, well, you can't use Freddie Kenton Jr. You gotta use Freddie K. So this is why I'm doing that, because you know what? Everybody knows who I am, who my dad is. I don't have to sit here and say I'm Freddie Kenton Jr.
Right.
That's in my blood.
Right.
Nobody's gonna take that away. And regardless, Freddie K sounds more urban. It's more marketable,
Well,
right?
my question doesn't have anything to do with your relationship.
But I wanted to make that known
yeah.
because everyone is asking me, oh, where's your dad? How come you guys are not talking? And it's not me, it's because things happen with families all the time. Things
Right.
happen with father and son. And, unfortunately, we're going through this. But hopefully one day soon, we all snap out of it. We all,
And
we're
get
the
past
bigger
it.
man and get past it and, start doing music together like we used to and performing together.
Oh,
so
I hope so. I hope that does happen.
Yes.
So what I was going to ask you
Mm-hmm.
was, just because you had that experience of growing up watching him perform,
Mm-hmm.
you as a performer, how has that affected your vision of the music industry and how things work? Do you feel like it gave you maybe a little more insight, or do you feel like it worked a little against you because you thought things were going to go a certain way and they didn't?
Well, it definitely gave me an insight of the business, right? Because this is what it is. It's a business. It's a hobby that I take serious, that I want to dedicate my life to and do at a full-time basis, right? And number one thing I learned is you got to take care of yourself. A lot of artists out there, have a lot of health issues,
Right.
and they just don't keep up with themselves. And that's very important for me for longevity too, right? Because I want to
Right.
give you guys at least 10 albums, right? And I want to be here for a long time.
Woo!
So
10 albums, baby.
And at the same time, how to handle myself around certain people, how to handle musicians, management, prensa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from my dad and my mom too, because she was a big part of,
His
who
success.
created his
Yeah.
image, how he dressed, how he talked, all of that stuff. So there's always a woman behind the man.
Big shout out to Mom.
I love that. All right, everybody, you already know we got my man Freddy K. He is a singer and songwriter. We're going to have to take a quick, small commercial break real quick. I'm going to show you a little bit about our social media, everybody. We'll be back in 30 seconds with my man Freddy K and my co-host Valerie Melessia.
We'll be right back. on our website. And we are back.
Yes, we're back with my man, none other than my man Freddy K. You having a good time, Papa?
I'm having a great time. Thanks for having me here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We're
sir.
so glad you came back.
No, it's always fun to be here, and I will always. We're gonna make this a tradition.
So
right?
I think it is. We're gonna do just yearly check-ins with you.
And at the
in
same
February.
time, I keep telling Rico we have to have a cooking show.
I know.
I have so many recipes.
I gotta do that.
I
Yes,
cook
I
everything.
know.
I could cook for 2 weeks. After that, I gotta start ordering Uber Eats.
That you cut off. You're like,
So that's
my
my
2
cutoff.
weeks is
2
done.
weeks.
My
I
2
got
weeks is
some
done.
great dishes, and I love cooking.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I definitely got to get you on that, man. But hey, so check this out. So we definitely need to talk about the songs and albums that you came out with, right?
Yes.
And of course, we have an audience from all over now, and we have a bigger audience now. So people want to know in regards to most of your albums, and you go through all of them, from beginning to where you're at right now. So tell us a little bit about that.
So where I was, as you know, I started with reggaeton, got into the bachata and merengue, right? But like I said, the opportunity presented itself 2018 when I opened up for La India, and I met her musical director, Isidro Infante. He saw me do the sound check, and he admired my voice. He liked what I did, and we started working right away. Went to Puerto Rico, did my first single, Estar Contigo, which was, an international hit. Why do I say that? Because it was playing on major radio stations, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and in the digital platforms that it was presented on, it made it to #1.
Nice.
It made it to #1 on the Music Choice Network.
That's an international hit.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it made it to #1 on all of the record pools for Latin salsa. So that's something that I'm very happy for my first salsa composition coming from a bachatero. You know what I mean? Because salsa is another animal.
Oh.
It's another animal, and I'm learning a lot still, you know what I mean? But yo soy un fresco y me gusta hacer las cosas, you know what I mean? So I'm here, and we're doing it, you know?
Enséñame.
So working with Isidro Infante, I was able to also meet, through my dad, Nino Segarra, which is el maestro de los maestros. I mean, this man does arrangements, full productions. He's a vocal coach. Oh, wow. So when you're going, he's a freaking beast. So when you go in that recording studio with him, do it again, do it again, do it again. You're not coming out until the thing is perfect.
Yes, sir.
And, we were able to, with salsa having so many admirers, right? I was able to get compositions from, composers in Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, and I was able to get original composition from Benny Morey in Cuba.
Wow.
A song that has never been released, never been performed, and now I'm bringing it to you on my album, The Protege, called Dale Candela. Una vaina, pero brutal. And I have a little surprise for the remix. It's going to have a collaboration with Nino Segarra and Luisito Carrion. So stay tuned for that.
Dale, man. Let's go. I think, when you're just talking about that, and especially if you got something with Benny Morey, that is a legend.
Huge.
A big-time legend. So, like another big-time legend that I love, of course, in Cuba is La Lupe, and La Lupe, La Yeye. Those people that actually brought in salsa, boleros, but a little bit of, how can I say, a little bit of salsita, but mambo.
She did a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
Mambo también. For you to be able to do that is a huge step.
It's huge.
It's
and
very huge.
The way it came in, right?
Yeah.
As I'm promoting myself, a lot of composers are reaching out. This composer reached out at 4:30 in the morning, and I actually woke up and I picked up the phone. Hey, what's going on? You gotta listen to this song. My grandfather found this in the recording from the family. I'm like, what? Slow down. Just send me the song. We'll talk tomorrow. I heard that song just fell in. I was at 4:30 jamming.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jamming. You know what I'm saying?
Bunny slippers and all. Jamming.
Call them right away. What is this? Call them right away. What is this? How much? I started production right away and started working with musicians in Cuba. And when I say, see, the thing is that people think, oh, I'm going to go to vacation to Cuba, and that's all fine and dandy. I can't sit there and be on vacation and see so many people suffering.
Yeah.
And the money that you're giving when you're on vacation is going to that crooked-ass government that's not supporting the people.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you do go to Cuba,
that's
make
right.
sure you help at least 1 or 2 families, you giving them cash straight up.
Yeah.
And that's what I was able to do for a lot of these musicians that I love helping people, and we're able to collaborate, exchange services and all that. And I was able to work with Cubans, from Camagüey. Y de ahí salió este tema, brother. So, un saludo bien especial a mi amigo Dariel y a toda mi gente en Cuba.
Chacho.
Que un día, te lo juro, Cuba va a estar libre.
Yes. And you already know when it comes to, that's another passion of mine. And, when I go by Costa Rica también, there's areas where there's families that need that help. There's kids that actually need that help. And every time I go to Costa Rica, I make sure that I, provide or something, for the kids that's playing in the streets.
Anything. A little bit goes a long way.
And even just buying them something, it goes a long way. Man.
It really does. And you see the difference when they sell you. I mean, these are, in some cases, people that don't have refrigerators, don't have stoves. Yeah. In some cases, their kids have never tasted Frosted Flakes and stuff like that because... Little did I know, the stores that, with Cuban money, the stores that they are able to go to, there's no food there.
Right.
Yeah.
The money that we're able to send to help, if they don't have family members, we got to transfer it to Canada and then buy it from that store. They can't even go in the store. They just go and pick it up. That's horrible, and people should have lived like that. Or they have to wait in line.
Yeah, in the line.
Whenever for eggs and milk,
right?
Which is not enough.
Even for para medicina también. For medicine, bro, you try to send that directly. Months.
Months.
Seriously, months, and still asking, did you get it yet?
It's ridiculous.
And
that's even if it gets through customs because it gets hung up
right there.
Yeah,
it's very sad.
Is the hard part, right?
Because I have clients that I deal with too, and a lot of them will use like Miami addresses. Like if I want to send something, they'll wait till they come in and they'll just pick things up because to send things over, it's too difficult.
No, it's beautiful.
And half the time they don't get it.
Exactly, the government, they'll go through their boxes and it disappears on them. Yep.
Yeah.
So hearing you talk about all this that's happened, you said since 2018, right?
Correct. All right. This is something in the making since 2018.
So it's like you kind of hit the ground running these last 2 years, though. It's like in this last year, maybe year and a half.
Everything's moving very fast.
Just boom. Because we're all on social media together. Mm-hmm. So it's just like one day, like I told you this too, and I talked to him, like one day I see, he's singing at a club, and then like 2 days later, he's on the island, I'm like, wait a minute, were you just performing somewhere the other day?
In the sand, Papa.
No, yeah. My first salsa performance was at Michela's for someone's birthday party, and I was able to perform with Angel Melendez, that was my first time me performing salsa, and I went above and beyond that.
Yeah.
I didn't have a full set. I only had like three salsas. So what did I do? I went and I got all of those songs. I got the arreglos, the music sheets, and I got the band to play it. So it's something important to me that when I'm coming with original music straight from the heart.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here, dándole mucha candela.
Yeah, papá.
And we're coming with my second single now, which is Bandida.
Bandida.
Man.
Woo!
I mean, you got me choked up when you brought out Frosted Flakes. And you got me real good on that one because that's what I grew up eating, right?
With bananas.
Oh, my God. With banana papa.
I think that's just like, I don't know what it is with that combo, but it's so good.
But it's not going to come back. Little did anyone know, about 12 years ago, they changed the sugar content in cereals because it was causing salmonella. So now the synthetic sugars that they're putting into every cereal, They don't taste the same.
Oh, man.
My Fruity Pebbles don't get soggy like they used to back in the day.
No.
And they're not the right color neither. Your
They're not.
Fruit Loops.
They're
None of
they're
that.
super bright now.
My Cocoa Puffs. What happened to all that? They taste like crap now. So I have to go to like
So
the
is the
old
Cocoa
Spanish
Puff-
stores with the outdated cereal.
Yes.
And that's the real deal.
Aldi's,
I
too.
want the expired
No,
cereal.
the Aldi's.
They changed
No,
that.
I don't know about
yeah,
that
they didn't
cereal.
have a- They had
That
the
ain't-
rings and
Those
stuff.
are those are like fruity
Those
rice.
are, instead of Fruity Pebbles, you know, I
Fruity
don't know
Rice.
what that is, but I stay away from those
Yeah,
cereals.
I got caught bit with a loose tooth on
That-
that.
Apple Zacks or something.
Right.
Chacho, forget it. Snapple Jacks or something. Yeah, Chacho.
Those times are hard when you
Right.
actually couldn't get what you wanted in the real
So
store.
now I just get regular cornflakes and put sugar on it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
messed up. Yeah,
That's it,
that's
man.
it, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even eat cereal like that no more. But even if I did, now I
No,
know.
you just do Starbucks, right? A
No, I
coffee.
just cook some, just a little bit of, toast and eggs. And
On the
that's it.
next show, I promise you, we're gonna show people what to cook for breakfast. That's not gonna cost you $25, and it's gonna be healthy for you. And that's what I liked about Puerto Rico. Una
Yeah.
farinita,
Oh, man.
una avenita, something like
pesos.
that. 5 pesos.
5 pesos.
Unos huevos revolteados con una tostada ahí por
Ay,
$4.99.
Y
So
los
that's
frutas,
what we're
la
gonna do.
fruta,
Man, we're gonna be cooking after the show. We keep on talking about this.
You
So
guys
let's get
are-
back to
you're
the
making
album.
me-
No,
making
we
me
good,
hungry
man. This
over
is
here.
all
Natural.
natural, man. This is who Freddie K is, and that's
Right.
what we love about you, man. So the songs that we got a few more minutes before we take another break, but some of the songs that you made, right, that you have, and I would say, how many albums did you come out with?
Right now, see, because when I bring out an album, right, this is going to be my first album,
Okay,
right? Because
okay.
I want to go all out. I
Sure.
want it to be perfect, right?
Sure,
And,
sure.
so this is it. So I have enough to do 3-4 albums right now.
Yeah.
All right. In every genre, bachata, merengue, some reggaeton,
Yeah.
But right now we're focusing on salsa. We really want to make sure that it gets out to all of the, the meccas of salsa, Colombia,
Yes,
you know what I
yes.
mean? Puerto Rico, and even in Australia and Hong Kong. I mean, I use salsero
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
We're freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
Bosnia, everywhere. So
Germany.
with that said, I want to,
Russia.
I have a lot of
Italia.
work to do, a lot of interviews to do, and I want the people, to really help me out with that and share my content, my posts, my music, and spread the word.
There you go.
The music
Share,
itself.
share.
Share, guys.
Yes.
Sharing is
Share it,
caring.
guys. Share the love.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
So, since this is your album,
This
right?
is it. This is the album.
This
The
is the
thing
album.
that everyone's been waiting for. I'm very excited. I'm telling you, I put a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of tears,
Yeah.
so much emotion goes around the making of this album. It's not that easy to just put an album
No.
together.
Not
Here,
at
let
all.
me
I just can't wait
record
for this
song.
album to drop. I mean,
No, definitely. Like I said,
Fire.
showing you the first single with Estar Contigo and how successful it was. And now we're really getting into it because now this second single, Perdida, was recorded in Puerto Rico by the very best. Nino produced it, and yes, it's traditional, but we try to make it, I represent la nueva generación. With
Right.
my voice, my style, it becomes something fresh, something new, and something that everyone's going to listen for the first time tonight here at the Rico Show.
woo! Yes.
Exclusively.
Exclusive.
And before we take this break, with 30 seconds, and when I listen to music, sometimes I don't listen to, and we talked about the comparison, right? You guys talk about the comparison. It's big, and it's funny because I never really compared it until someone says it. Who does that person sound like? And I really don't pay attention to because I'm so focused and direct in that person singing.
Do you think
When
you're going to compare it now?
So, no, and that's the heartfelt message, right? Where it's I feel like I can't do it because I'm so appreciating the artist, right? And I think when I'm appreciating an artist, that's what I hear. I hear Freddie K. I hear Freddie K singing or I might hear Benny Moré, or I hear Oscar De Leon, I hear other people, you know, my man Baloch. I hear all of those guys, and I really don't compare them. But I will compare them as far as the way they look, though. Like some of them,
definitely,
like,
definitely.
Yo, no, I ain't gonna lie.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. Like some of them, I mean, like, yo,
They
y'all
all
gotta
look
stop.
different.
They
You
look
know?
different, right?
We all got, you know, a little bit to put into the thing, you know.
Well, I guess in all fairness to
Sure.
his point, you know, if you don't know who the artist is and it's a brand new song and you hear it played on the radio, right?
Well, yeah.
You're gonna think in your head, oh,
course.
I'm trying to figure out who this voice is.
And that's why for the album cover, I just did it an artistic album cover without my face. So people could, you know, damn, who is this singing? Let me go into the social media and look for him.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. And
Yeah.
it just makes them explore it and dig deeper as to who it is than rather just put your face like, oh, who's this guy?
Right.
You know, so.
Right. I
You didn't
like
do the
that.
album post.
No, I'm saving that for the actual album cover.
Yeah.
You know,
You make some really nice album covers, though. Like when you dress
The
up and you're
graphics,
at the graphics itself. When I see Freddie K, Freddie K, I see like a star. Every time I
his
used to see the
pictures?
pictures, you know.
Yeah,
and even
your
some of them
photos
has just,
are
like, his
really,
name
really
on
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Thank
Man,
you.
I love that. But let's get to this flyer because I want to show you guys because in 2 weeks, everybody. So next week we will not be here. So we will have the day off and we will return back with another great show. We have someone calling in from London over in the UK, everyone.
London.
And then we have none other than Kathy Carlson, as well as she's a talent agent, but she's also promoting, of course, the musician Helmut Wolf. And this guy is awesome, man. So
Is that how you pronounce the name?
Helmut.
Helmut?
Helmut.
Okay.
Yeah, Helmut Wolf. Right? So they'll be on the show with us on February 22nd. Right? They're going to be here on the show with us and just can't wait to actually hear about them. We might even have Helmut to play, but it's going to be like 3 a.m. his time when he's going to be showing up.
Wow.
And,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
good, right? Because this guy said, we got to be on your show. We want to be on your show. We saw your show and I'm like, well, listen. It's going to be 3 o'clock. He said it doesn't
Party
matter.
at
We'll
3
make it happen.
a.m.
Right.
So make sure everybody tune in with us on the 22nd with Kathy Carlson and Helmut. Did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Wolf.
Wolf.
Awesome.
Oh. All right, everybody. Let's get it on. All right. So,
I just wanted to say his name.
You know, now it's time to play your music.
Dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, dun.
Everybody
So-
get your shimmies ready.
So we're
Eres
gonna
una
put up your the artwork because I want to have the artwork there.
Check it
out. So this is Bandida, by my man, produced by Nino Segara, and it's Freddy K. Everybody. So I want you guys to enjoy, send out some love, let us know what you think, and we'll go from there.
Llegó la dinastía Freddy K. Bandida, tú me robaste el corazón y lo has negado. No valorarme el amor que yo sentía por ti y te burlaste de mí. Eres una bandida, ahora sufro por tu amor y sin medida. Lloro mucho por ti, noche y día. Aún te amo, aún te amo. Bandida, no dejo de pensar en ti día tras día, que aún sigues siendo la mujer de mi bandida. Ahora sufro por tu amor y sin medida. Lloro mucho por ti, noche y día. Y aún te amo, y aún te amo. Bandida, no dejo de pensar en ti día tras día. Que aún sigues siendo la mujer de mi vida. Y sin tu amor yo moriría. Bandida, este amor que siento por ti no es de mentira. Que yo te amo más que a mi vida. Sé que no volverás a mí, bandida.
Bandida, tú me robaste el corazón y lo has negado. Si yo te quiero,
Estoy flotando en el aire, perdido sin tu cariño. Me siento desorientado, sumergido en un abismo.
bandida,
Escúchame,
me robaste el corazón y lo has negado. Si yo te quiero,
tanto que nos costó construir nuestro camino. Y ahora en mi cama, óyelo, se siente el vacío.
bandida,
Bandida,
tú me robaste el corazón y lo has negado. Si yo te quiero,
te dije que venía la dinastía. Freddy K. Vino sabroso. Lo fuimos. Oye, bandida. A la vez. Óyeme, Mirna, ahora que enciéndelo. Escúchame, bandida, ¿por qué me tratas así, así?
si yo te quiero,
Tanto que te quería
si yo te quiero,
y te burlaste de mí, de mí.
yo te quiero.
Eres una falsa, eres una bandida. Aléjate de mi vida. Freddy K.
Yeah.
Production
on
team was
fire.
jamming out over there. It was like,
Ya tú sabes, that bass got him. So there it is, Bandida, world
Bandida.
exclusive, right here on the Rico No Suave show.
Yeah, baby.
yes,
That was awesome.
song is amazing.
Thank you very much.
Do you
And
know, was there like any particular influence for that song?
so
or-
that one is one of the composers from where is it, Venezuela, right? And great composer. You know, at first my dad didn't like the song. ¿Quién? Pero who calls a girl bandida? But you know, it's a
They
double
will now.
word. They will now.
They will
right?
now.
And big shout out to my boy Glenn Ortiz from 1994 Entertainment. Him, his whole family, his wife Yoli. They made the flyer, the
cover.
graphics, and
Yeah.
it came out beautiful.
Saludo, man.
Yes.
And
Saludo,
also-
man.
To all my followers, please visit freddyk.com, and big shout out to the webmaster, which is Hex Entertainment.
Hex. Salud.
Hex, ya tú sabes, saludo.
Saludo,
Hex
papá.
Entertainment.
Saludo. Saludo a todos. Man, Freddy, man, you know, before we get out of here, and, you know, we don't want to get out of here, right?
We don't. We're
I was
No,
like,
man,
no,
we
I want
don't.
more now. Like,
Right, we always want
Lo
more.
fui, me quedo. Lo fuimos.
Me fui.
Es que time flies when you're having fun,
Oh,
you know.
it really
man.
does. We never get
Jesus.
enough time with you.
This
And I
is
got
like a
so much to
tradition.
say, so much to do.
So when you were actually traveling, let's just say within the United States and going to different states, was there any states that actually stood out to you, like cities that stood out to you when you were actually performing besides Chicago?
Wherever, whatever state has good food, that's always memorable, right? We're talking about, but right now, I have to say that the best show was here in Chicago, 2 of them. One of them was at the Aragon opening up for Evie Queen, and that was like 7,000 people, you know, and damn, that was a badass show.
Yeah.
And then the other one opening up for La India at Joe's Live in Rosemont. That was when it first opened, and, you know, that was a beautiful experience and an experience that opened up other doors, you know. Saludo a Mikey Oquendo.
Yes,
you know, he puts together some great shows, so... Que me llame el hombre, tú no me llamas. Llámame. Mira que yo voy para allá.
So, you know, but, you know, of course, you're right about that. The food makes a big difference, man, when you're actually
it is.
I
I mean,
places, man. But,
you know.
He's like, I don't remember the cities. I just remember the food.
I just remember the food, you know. Boston got great seafood, you know what I mean? New York, those Dominican restaurants, you know, you're not going to fail there.
Yes,
But
sir.
again, there's no place like home here, the Windy City, Chicago, and we have the best damn pizza. I don't give a damn what anybody said.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank
Luminati's,
you.
Giordano's,
Thank you.
Pequod's, Barnaby's, all that
Gino's
stuff.
Eats. Let's go, man. Yeah,
Is it
thank
okay
you.
if there's pineapple on the pizza?
Don't do
You
it.
can
Don't
have
do
that.
it.
We'll
Don't do it.
half
Don't do it.
pepperoni. This is what I like. I like extra thin pepperoni, okay? And you could put half whatever you want, but I ain't touching that. Fruit does not belong in a pizza.
Thank you.
It's a man's world. We need a meat lovers. You know what I mean? And pretty soon I'm gonna do a chuleta cancan pizza. Nobody better steal my idea. Nobody better steal my idea. I'm trademarking it. A chuleta cancan pizza, and I'm gonna have la bruquena started, and we're gonna work out something right there, but that'll be hot.
I'm telling you, I can't with
A
them.
lot of pork.
It's gonna be a lot of pork for the pork lovers. A heart attack pizza.
Oh my God, man. Hey, everybody. You already know that's Freddy K, everybody. Oh my God.
You know, FreddyK.com.
Y'all too sorry. Hey, y'all too sorry. Hey, everybody. We got to put up Freddy K's social media because we got to make sure you guys stay in contact with. You know, if you're laughing here right now, you already know. Make sure you go and check him out on Instagram at The Real Freddy K. Make sure you go and follow him. Show that love to my man.
Yes.
And then let's go to the next one. The next one, of course, is Facebook, Freddy.Quinton. Make sure you go and check him out there at Facebook. He's the only kitten that's there, baby, because he is real. Let's get it on.
Yeah.
All right, that's right. All right, let's
Yo,
go.
you have to put the real Freddie K.
I had to do it. He got me on the other one. Right? And we already know our YouTubers. Hey, Donna Marie actually says she's listening to your videos right now. She's watching your videos.
Thank you for the support.
And she's actually on YouTube. So everybody at Mr. Freddy Quinton, make sure you go and check him out there.
Check him out.
Like all of his music, and make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. I think I have another one. Twitter. Yes.
Is it Twitter?
Yeah, it's at Freddy
K. PR.
Puerto Rico.
Pero ven acá, yo tengo TikTok también.
Yo tengo TikTok.
TikTok.
Entonces,
Por la TikTok, ¿el Freddie K o qué es Pico?
Anything consisting of Freddie Kenton Jr., Freddie K, you know, I'm like Kanye West, Kanye West. I got multiple names, but right now we're focusing on the ones that you see, which is FreddyK.com. My website is integrated into all my social media, so you're able to connect.
It's a one-stop shop.
It's a one-stop shop.
Right.
FreddyK.com leads you to everything except my kitchen. So,
But you know, Freddie, you know, the tradition for us is, of course, if we gave you one gift, we're going to give you another one. So I got another shirt for you.
yes.
Because you came on my show, right? And because this is almost like it's a tradition.
Definitely,
You
man,
know
definitely.
what? This is also you know, about you making that milestone and making that accomplishment happen for yourself,
Yes.
man. And I have to say, you know, every time you come to this show, there's always going to be a great milestone that we're going to be proud of you.
And a shirt.
Thank
Always.
you.
And
Thank you.
and the shirt. That's what she said. Right? And the shirt, right? And also because of the milestones that you're making, you know, with yourself and putting that 15-piece band and also your album, right? And it's a big step, man. This is a really big step because what you've been doing with Hasta Contigo and all of the other songs that you've been putting together, now you finally actually
Bandida.
have it and you will be nominated for a Latin Grammy.
Thank
we
you,
know
thank
that's
you.
going to happen. So
Thank you.
You're always blessed to
Thank
be
you,
here
my
on
brother.
the show with us.
I appreciate
Freddie
it.
K Jr., everybody.
You know, I want to make sure that everyone comes out next week, February 16th, to the Salsa Congress.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
this is brought to you by Mina Bramsley.
Yep.
Okay, thank you
Oh,
very
Myrna.
much
Yes,
for your
Myrna.
support, for your
uh-huh.
love. I mean, this is someone that's given so much to the salsa community and to the people of Chicago. So big
shout out.
saludo, Mina. Saludo a
Big
Rosita.
shout out to Mirna
Rosita y
Rosita.
Saladin. They're
Saladin.
gonna get something very special next week. I hope they have insurance on that tarima because la vamos a romper. Llame los bomberos. I'm coming dando pura candela, papá.
Dale, chico. You
Salsa
already know.
Congress next week for 3 days. Come to all of the shows, but start with mine. We're opening up. we got Flaco Navaja opening up the show. So
Yeah.
saludo a
Eddie
él.
Palmieri.
Ya yo, vamos a estar ahí con Eddie Palmieri. Va a
Sabe.
estar mi amigo Dominique Marte.
Yeah.
And of course, El Calvito directamente de
Calvatero.
Puerto Rico.
Let's go. Let's go.
So let's go.
Papa, man, good to have you on the show, Papa.
Thank you.
Once again, everybody, put your hands together for none other than my man, Freddy K. All right, everybody, we got to get out of here. We want to thank you guys so much for being on the show with my co-host, Valerie Malesio. Yes, we had such a great time, but we got to put up our social media as well, too, to make sure that you keep in contact with us. So our first one, of course, is www.riconosuaveshow.com. We have a brand new website, everybody, so make sure you guys go out there and check us out on our new website. Here's the next one. You already know. Boom! Yes, we have at Rico No Suave Show. Follow us on Instagram. So make sure you go to Instagram. Make sure you follow us there. And here is the next one. Oh, yeah. Facebook. Okay. Rico No Suave Show. You already know we do that like, and
Love, love, love.
that's what she said. So make sure you go ahead and follow us there and like everything we're doing there. Okay, here's
Everything.
the next one. YouTubers.
YouTubers,
Yes.
YouTubies, YouTube eyes. I don't know what that is, but
Whoa.
it sounded right.
I didn't know what that was.
YouTubers.
I felt like that was a country when you said that one. All right, Rico No Suave Show, everybody. Make sure you go and follow us there and subscribe to our
And YouTube
channel.
Island.
Yes. Here's our next one. All right. Mixcloud.com/Rico No Suave
Mixcloud.
Show, everybody. Make sure you go. After it goes to live, it goes to a podcast, so in audio. So you can actually always go back with the audio feed to listen to this interview. But we want to thank you guys so much for being here on the show with us. Don't forget, everybody, we will be off next week, and we will come back on February 22nd for another great show. But I want to thank you guys so much. As we end off the show, we'll see you guys later. Just like